Obviously, earlier in the season, I just want to play for my team. I want to help my team win. I want to be a part of their success and be there for them no matter what. I've been on the field where I'm like 30%, 40%, but I just told myself if I can play football, no matter how that is, I'm going to go out there and do that. So that's kind of my thought process when it came to that. Last week was probably my first time feeling like kind of myself again, able to get the ball a couple of times, and this week I'm starting to feel good as well. So just going to keep trying to get back to 100% and getting back to me.
Chubby Magic, back to fantasy relevance here?
Yeah, the Chubbler.
The Chubbler.
The secondary Chubbler, and then he was the OG, and then he went back to the secondary. Now, yeah, exactly. Yeah. But either way, like, it was great to see this. 19 touches at the season high. First game with double-digit touches since week 8 here, Jay. And he played 58% of the snaps. That's the two things that are most important to me is he played 58% of the snaps. He was effective. And, oh, by the way, he looked like Chuba Hubbard. He looked like the guy that was his fantasy superstar last year. He ran well. He caught the ball. A nice touchdown there as well. He's the 5th best running back in fantasy. We enter into Monday night. Now, they're on a bye next week, but it does feel a little changing of the guard. You don't want to be too reactionary, but the difference here is that in addition to Hubbard ramping up, Jay, it feels like Rico Dowdle has started to come back to earth.
Yeah, so there's two things. Zved makes the point, has the small Chubb taken over this backfield? I don't
know that he's a small Chubb. He's just, he's a younger Chubb.
Medium Chubb?
Yeah, medium Chubb.
It's like we have medium show.
We have medium
show. The Panthers
show.
have the medium Chubb.
Sure, yeah, exactly.
So I think the thing is with the Panthers, I'm just not buying into any indicators around the Panthers being real until we see it over a sustained sample. Like, Tetairoa McMillan was going like 8 for 130 2 weeks ago. Now he's just not part of the offense at all. He had one catch on the weekend.
4th down.
Yeah, 4th and 2.
Yeah.
Miracle touchdown. That was his one catch for the whole day. Nothing about this team makes sense. I don't know how they're 7-6. I don't know what they're doing on offense week to week. And by the way, we could have a chubby Super Bowl. Texans, Panthers, San Francisco, 2 surging teams above 500. It's unbelievable. But yeah, I think that Chuba Hubbard is the guy you want for now in that backfield, but watch it flip back after the bye.
Yeah, I mean, they're on a bye this week. Then they come back. Really nice schedule, actually. They're at New Orleans, home to Tampa Bay, then home to Seattle. And by really nice schedule, I mean nice for their opponents. Like, it's not good for fantasy, if I'm being honest with you. Like, they have a good matchup against the Saints. They do play Tampa Bay twice now down the stretch, so they will be able to control their own destiny here, as you see, Buccaneers in Week 18. But for our purposes, it's that Week 15 in the fantasy playoffs, and then it gets tougher, right? And then you got the Bucs and your home. At least they're 2 home games, the Bucs and the Seahawks. This was an impressive performance. It just feels like Hubbard and Dowdle are going to be flex plays that you're hoping for a touchdown during the fantasy playoffs. Again, we'll have more of a sample size and get a better sense of it after that Week 15 against the Saints. I think first week of the playoffs, you're likely starting both guys as flexes in the Saints, unless we get news between now and then. But then 2 tough run defenses in Tampa Bay and Seattle to finish out the rest of the season there as well. But it just, again, snap rate for Rico Dowdle has decreased in 3 straight games. He had a 45% rush rate. That was his lowest since week 8. He's been under 3.3 yards per carry in 3 of the last 4 here, Connor. And the most important thing is, I get what Jay's saying, like, it's so up and down, but this was a hell of a win for the Carolina Panthers. For all the fun we have with Carolina, the Rams were the hottest team in the NFL. Panthers are traveling cross-country on a short week. They were in San Francisco for Monday Night Football. Then they have to travel back to Carolina on a short week against arguably the hottest team in the NFL, and they took it to them. By the way, no J.C. Horn in this game. They were down a couple of defensive starters as well. Like, it's a hell of a win for Carolina.
Yeah, they forced 3 turnovers against a quarterback that never turns over the ball, 2 picks and the fumble as well. So, I mean, the fact that they can – it's also played to their script, right? Their script. And Bryce Young, by the way, 8 of 10 on 3rd and 4th downs. Like, that's not their script.
The 2 touchdowns were 4th down touchdowns,
right. Yeah, the Cokeheads unite. And T-Mac, as you said, Jay, bailed out his day. Yeah. So that's a little glass half full, glass half empty, because – the target share plummeted for him in this game.
Yeah, I think also the other thing too, like very impressive win. Impressive they put themselves in a spot to win that game, but at the same time, they went 3 for 3 on 4th down. They had a +3 turnover margin. They destroyed the Rams on 3rd down on both sides of the ball as a comparison there. So it's like the type of recipe where the underdog, the 10-point dog wins.
Exactly.
And it's not particularly replicable, but they bank the win and they move on. But yeah, I just think that ultimately the one thing that I feel confident with in this Panthers offense is that Dave Canales does not want to put the ball in Bryce Young's hands unless he has to. So they're going to be a run-first offense, and then when they have to throw, they will. But for the most part, I think T-Mac, I think his median outcome week to week is going to be like 4 for 55 type of games. Like the idea that he was going to be a wide receiver 1, which I thought was in play after the 8 for 130 game against the Falcons. I just don't think Bryce is good enough.
They're a young team. They're a young team that has some talent deficiencies, but they're playing above their heads. Credit to Coach Canales, and they're legitimately in the playoff mix. It's being a young team. They're going to be
mix.
Right. They are. Exactly. But being a young team, they're going to be inconsistent. Again, they're on a bye next week, so we'll talk about them more probably in 2 weeks, and there'll be a couple players we'll talk about tomorrow, I am sure. But either way, the Panthers kept pounding and then banged out a win. So well done to Carolina. Hey, it's Matthew Berry from NBCSports.com and RotorWorld.com. And I want to thank you so much for watching whatever it is you just watched. Or if nothing else, being too lazy to click out of the autoplay after this video started, after whatever it is you actually wanted to watch finished. But now that you're here, I'd like to take a moment here to ask you respectfully now, okay? I'm asking you respectfully to subscribe to the NFL on NBC YouTube channel. You'll get the latest Roto-World fantasy news headlines, all sorts of great shows, including my own Fantasy Football Happy Hour. So go subscribe now. Again, I'm asking respectfully.